Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
I have an announcement to make. After a grueling battle in our patreon.com/retroam polling system, the following games faced off against one another. It was Parasite Eve 2 versus Kodelka. Kodelka?
Kodelka?
Kodelka. Thank you. Get that wrong every time.
It's a fucked up word.
In which Kodelka came out on top in the first round. And then we also faced off Vagrant Story versus Phantasy Star 4, The End of the Millennium.
And these are for our upcoming 6th miniseries?
That's correct. We spoke about them on a previous episode. I was personally hoping that Phantasy Star 4 was going to win.
But you would have been fine with any selection.
Yes, I would have been fine with any selection. I'm just really into bitmaps right now. And I know there's like a lot of like comic book style bitmap cutscenes in that game.
Yeah.
And I also am kind of itching to play a game on the podcast that I haven't played before because it's been a while, like since, I guess, Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Sure, isn't that all of these games?
No, I've played Vagrant Story. I didn't finish Vagrant Story.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I've never, but yes, it's all of these games except for Vagrant Story. Vagrant Story is the one I have some familiarity with. But Vagrant Story won in that round, defeated Phantasy Star 4, and then it defeated Kodelka in the final round. So
Wait,
hold
on. Kodelka beat Parasite Eve?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it did. By a slim margin, a couple points. Vagrant Story was selected, I think, 65% of the vote.
So our next mini-season is on Vagrant Story.
Our next mini-season is on Vagrant Story.
Hey, check this out. Check out a purchase I made last week.
Oh, you bought the Vagrant Story. Why's your phone so tiny?
I got the smallest phone possible.
Why?
Because I don't like big phones.
I like big phones. What if you watch videos on them?
I don't do that.
You don't watch videos on your phone while you play video games?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I do while I'm leveling up.
No, I have an adult attention span.
I don't. It's a Vagrant Story poster?
Comic book.
The
second the Vagrant Story was announced, or that we selected it, I knew it was going to win just based on popularity.
Yeah.
So spoilers, I bought the comic book. I've been compiling the notes for the last 2 weeks.
How old is this comic book? 2000? Wow.
It was given away at E3 2000.
Wow, cool. I'm looking forward to playing the action movie and reading the action comic.
Thank you. It's 12 pages.
No, I can handle that. My attention span will deal with that. Would you like to hear some odd sounds that I've recorded? Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast covering classic Japanese role-playing games, chapter by chapter, beat by beat. Hi, hello, welcome to Season 7, where we are continuing to cover Lunar, the Silver Star. My name is Chris. I will be one of the hosts of this podcast, and the other host of this podcast will be Eric. Hi.
Hey, it's me, Silver Steric.
Yes, hi, hello, nice to see you again. We're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of fine folks who are watching us record this podcast live at patreon.com/retroam.
We're also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production voice from the computer, who decided the hero protagonist of Lunar Eternal Blue should be named Hero.
Initializing Fake Net.
It was the most creative decision imaginable. Listen as this moppet of a man tells me it's true.
That is true. My third favorite hero.
Who's your first two? Is it Snow Crash Hero?
No, it's number one hero is Hero Yui from Gundam Wing.
Okay, that's an anime.
Number two is Hero Protagonist from Snow Crash.
All right.
And because I'm taking all the correct lessons from Snow Crash.
Right, all the same lessons Jay Allard learned.
Yes, and my third favorite would be Hero, the protagonist of Lunar 2, because I can't think of anybody else. So there you go. Thank you.
Perfect heroes.
Yes. Do you think that I will be able to continue the bit of making our RealNet fine folks, giving them an alliterative title each episode from here on out? Because I can't think...
A different title each time?
I said fine folks this time.
You got to keep it going now. If it's a bit, it is 11 episodes in, you must absolutely continue the bit.
But I don't know if I can do it, though. Fine folks is the only one...
Use the computer.
Oh, the computer.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got one of those.
Yeah, they have thesauruses attached to them.
All right. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. But it might be funnier if I do it on the fly. Anyway... So, Eric, we left off in the, let's say this is probably the longest perusal of a RPG city in retrograde Amnesia history, I think. Meribia.
But we've only done the Seagull Tavern so far, and the outdoor NPCs of the first screen.
Exactly.
Surely there's not much more left.
There can't be.
Surely this can't be as populated as Delling City in Final Fantasy VIII, or Zoa in Panzer Dragoon Saga, or any place that exists in Terra Enigma, right? Nortune's a big goddamn city, Chris.
Yeah, I don't think anything's bigger than this in terms of the amount of dialogue.
We're going to go inside all the houses that are not the Seagull Tavern. How do you feel about middle right house, teal roof, blue flowers outside?
Oh, I like that one. That's the first house you encounter when you enter the city, so I think I'll take it. There's an old man in here.
Bushy blue beard.
Yes, he's wearing a hat of some ilk. Master Mel used to wield a huge axe with only one hand. It was very impressive, to say the least. They say he was absolutely fearless on the field of battle, but now Mel has settled into a peaceful life as the ruler of our prosperous city. He's governing, Eric.
He's the governor of the city, but he's a former violence master, right?
Yes. Did he just get the title? Do we know? Did he just become governor?
Did he take Meribia by force?
Yeah.
The backstory that's laid out in one of the games that I can't remember is that he cleaned up the streets. Like it used to be a lawless den of scum and villainy.
Oh, okay.
But he used, I guess, his imposing violence, the status of the four heroes, and maybe some marriage stuff to just dominate the city.
Cool. Okay.
Now, I don't know if there are elections in this city. The governor implies it's a free election. However, I don't necessarily think that's true.
I know that this game originally was supposed to be about spreading democracy on the moon.
Right.
But I have seen no politics at all,
But
right?
is it one of those things where it's like toilets where you don't see them, but it's assumed it's all operating correctly?
That is true, but also I want to be able to like at least, kind of fill in the blanks myself, and I've seen no entry points to do so other than like you said, this guy's cleaning up the streets. He's getting the heroin off the streets.
That's right.
Anyway, next house?
Middle right house, red roof, red flowers outside.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes a blue bird will be passing by. It's beautiful.
Great touch. Blue hair lady inside gold headband. She tells us how Meribia attracts all kinds of people for commerce. Luna wonders if we can find a nice present for Alex's parents, an idea that is never followed up upon. These people live alone, Chris, because the next place is a top right roof triplex. There's a triplex, like 3 different houses.
Yes.
All in a condo type system. Top right, blue house, right door, pink hair, beast lady. They tell us humans and beast men work side by side in Meribia. It's the first place where I lived where I haven't been affected by prejudice or stereotypical thinking. I wish everyone in our world was as open-minded as Meribians. So the beast people that we met in Saith, do they experience racism?
I think there's been a couple of mentions of a prior apartheid system.
Okay, because like in the developer interviews, they very carefully implied there is no racism.
Yes, but I think that there was something hinting in the dialogue that perhaps there used to be racism.
A previous race war.
Yes. So we found our politics, thank God.
Do you want to go into the middle center door of that triplex?
I do. There is a balding man inside.
Old man.
Yes. He says, "You're from the village of Berg. You know, I have a daughter in Berg. When you go back there, could you tell her that I miss her? I haven't heard from her in the longest time." Null replies, "We know that woman. She said not to worry and she's doing fine." Guy's like, "Yeah, you do? Really? Okay, I'm glad to hear she's doing all right," which I think it would be hard for me to believe if someone just suddenly, if I'm just randomly talking to somebody like, "Oh yeah, I know that guy."
But they sense that we're the heroes of destiny, so they believe us instantly.
He then goes on to say, "I am indebted to Althena for answering my prayers."
Does everyone in this video game speak to us in good faith?
Ooh.
Except for the villain.
Yeah. Pretty much, it seems like it. Yeah.
That is kind of like a weird way to process life.
He also says he's indebted to the goddess Althena for protecting his daughter. And Null says, "Geez, that old coot should be indebted to me."
Coot.
Yes, coot. Luna, of course, tells Null not to spoil his good deed for the day. Ha ha.
In Sega CD, none of that Null, well, obviously Luna's not here, but the Null replies don't exist either. The old man just says that line and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So they additional Null, additional Luna.
Well, thanks for all that flavor.
There's an older lady in here too?
Yeah. She talks about Jessica, right?
Jessica is quite the tomboy. Her mother was so mild-mannered, but I guess her father's side won out. She's so much like he was in the early days. She also implies that Jessica's mom died when Jessica was young.
Mm-hmm. Mel dotes on his daughter, and she loves him too. They have a really very special relationship.
On Sega CD, that line was originally, "Someone should tell Master Mel that his daughter is a tomboy. That girl acts so unladylike when he's not around, you wouldn't believe it." Man. I think that means she uses cuss words.
Yes. She does not adhere to gender norms, right?
She also tells us Jessica's good friends with Mia Ossa, daughter of Lemia, who has the Magic Guild. So all of our 4 heroes have reproduced. Well, half of our 4 heroes have reproduced.
Half of them have. We don't know if
Galleon or Dine has spread their seed across the land.
I think Galleon and Dine were spreading their seed amongst each other.
Oh, actually, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I can definitely see that with the way, especially in the Sega CD version, the way Galleon handles some things a bit later.
Yeah. Okay, next.
The left door of the next building in that same condo lot. My note is it's the item store, you idiot.
here you can just buy general items, escape butterfly wings or whatever they're called.
I went to the weapon store in the center of town. It currently only sells stuff I already have.
Yep, that's true. Although it is important right now, or at least soon, to buy some bows and arrows for your folks.
Some B&A.
Yeah, so you might need some
You know, you say that's important. I didn't fucking do that. I forgot to do that.
Oh, well.
Which makes a fight a little bit later pretty difficult if you don't have ranged attacks.
On your patched version, you probably got through...
You know, you call it a patched version. I like to call it the original version.
The original version. Okay, fine. Yes.
Red roof house next to the weapon store.
Yeah.
Green hair guy, butt cut. It's the same sprite that insults Aramis all the time.
Yeah, he says red, white, blue, and black. These are the 4 dragons, the legendary protectors of the goddess Althena. But a legend is all I believe it to be, a fairy tale made up to placate the masses, which is a funny word. It's funny. This guy's taking the religion of the video game and using some sort of, like some Marxist lingo here.
What the most annoying atheists say about modern religion?
Yeah. It's 8th grade atheism. Right?
Which is the reading level of this video game so far. Nall tells this motherfucker that we met the white dragon at Caldor Isle. He asked if we said hi to the Tooth Fairy while we were there. Pretty good comeback to the talking cat, honestly.
Pretty solid. Tooth Fairy confirmed.
How's that old white dragon doing? Hey, you kids are whack. Did he actually say whack?
Yeah.
Wow.
He did say whack.
A heartbroken Nall wonders why this man won't believe us.
Yeah.
Inside this same house is my favorite sprite in the game so far. There's one of these people in Land 2. What is it?
Is it the little girl with the dual wielding the nap hats?
The double pink jester.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Is that better than dual wielding nap hats? What's a nap hat?
It's the hat you put on when you go to sleep, the fucking Santa Claus hat. Everybody knows what a nap hat is.
You know the one time, or the multiple times that I wore a hat to sleep in?
What the fuck?
My wife made fun of me.
As she should have.
Yeah.
What did you need a sleeping hat? Was it like a bit where you let's put on, did you get the button up PJs and stuff too?
It was just like a comfort thing. I just needed the extra comfort on my head.
You needed pressure around your ears and head?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I haven't done it in a long time. I have a weighted blanket now, which I think serves a better purpose than that.
Than a head squeezer?
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of hat was it? Was it like a Braves hat? Or
one of these hats.
Oh, okay. A winter hat.
Yeah, just like a little beanie kind of thing.
You put that on to go to sleep. And you didn't suffocate in your sleep or sweat out or anything?
I guess not.
It's pretty cool.
I don't know. I guess it made me feel cozy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I now want to ask all of our friends if they've worn a hat to bed because I think you may win that game.
To be clear, I haven't done this in many, many years.
Yeah, 5 or 6 months, right?
But no, I've had the weighted blanket for at least 2 years now, so.
Okay. Did you wear the hat to sleep during the production of this show?
It's possible.
Okay. I'm mad you didn't tell me until now.
It's possible.
Whenever you have a breakthrough like that in your personal life, I expect to know about it at least 5th.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway, she wants to see the dragon, but her parents told her they aren't any. She says they're wrong, aren't they? I know in my heart that dragons are real and we get a choice. You're right, they do exist, or your parents are right. Tell her she's right. She asks us to take her to meet Quark someday.
Yep.
Finally, in here, we've got Mom. Complains about her kid rambling on, wanting to see a dragon. I tell her they don't exist, but what if they do? It's too terrible to even think about. Dragons are scary, Chris.
They are.
The bottom left houses are I call them the boat houses. They have doors that don't work, meaning we can't go in them.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were about to tell me I missed something.
Nope, but there's another triplex in the bottom left. They all have blue roofs. The left door, it's fucking empty, but there's an active fireplace in there, which is dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
Left side blue. Do you have a fireplace? Do you use it? We talked about fireplaces.
We have a fireplace, yes.
You ever use it?
Not very often.
But you can make fire inside of your home?
Yeah, at one point in time, I put a binding on it so that the kids couldn't open it when they were babies and they would just pull on shit. And then I just didn't feel like ever taking it off for 6 years.
Yeah, cool.
So
still there,
it's off. No, it's off now, but.
All right. Well, the middle door is empty, but there's a locked treasure chest inside, which I'm going to hate opening all of in about 45 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Left side, right door, little girl with brown hair and pigtails, a child home alone. She says, have you heard of Vane? My brother is studying magic up there. I want him to come back home. Luna, for some reason, tells Alex he'll have to study to become a dragon master, which is not related at all to what that kid said, the longing for the brother.
No.
She continues.
Oh, no, she says you have to study magic to become a dragon master.
Oh, that implies, Alex does not read books because he can't talk. Everyone knows you have to talk to be able to read.
Okay.
She continues, I miss my brother. He used to give me the best horsey rides.
Horsey rides.
Horsey rides.
Chris, as a brother, have you ever given your sister a horsey ride?
Probably. I think I've given more horsey rides to my own children or niece and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know if I was into giving horsey rides when I was 10 and she was 5.
Then you were a worse brother than this brother.
Yes. Confirmed.
All I've got in there. Top left building is the armor store. You want to go in there, buy some stuff?
Yeah, go ahead.
I bought iron armor for Alex, an iron shield for Alex, and an iron helmet for Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a headband for Luna. It's supposed to keep her forehead dry.
Yes, it does.
I sold her goddamn scarf. The one that was, the dentist inspiration.
The one from the dentist.
Yeah. But it's still under character model,
Yeah.
so what the fuck do I know?
Yeah. Did you buy an iron helmet? Did you already say that?
I did.
A solid skull shield. It's triple alliteration.
Mm-hmm.
Solid skull shield. That's what they have as the description for that.
Building next to the armor store, it's got mysterious pink writing on the sign above it. It's Dross's shop.
This place has new music, right?
Have a Big Dream plays.
Have a big dream. It's not like you have a big dream. It is like when someone tells you to have a good day, they are hoping that you will have a good day.
Have a big dream.
And maybe we should start saying that.
Have a big dream at the end? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a big dream.
All right, see you later. Have a big dream.
Okay, we'll remember it for this episode, then forget it for all subsequent episodes.
It doesn't flow. It doesn't roll off the tongue very.
Yeah.
No, anyway.
This place is a different version of the Seagull Tavern, almost the same 2-floor layout. The railings are a neat shade of pink. There's a goddamn chemistry lab in the back of the first floor, and the top floor appears to only house books.
Mm-hmm.
It's also where I think the PSP version has an advantage. Dross's shop is a single room with a loft above the sales counter, and trinkets are stacked everywhere. It's a damn mess. There's also a bunch of neat rugs and tapestries.
Cool. Blue hair guy in the front of the place says, I heard a lot of bad things about this place, but decided to come check it out for myself. And the owner does seem a little shady, but maybe
Capital
I'm just...
does.
Yeah, Capital does. But maybe I'm just being paranoid. I came here to buy an engagement ring for my girlfriend. We've only been seeing each other for 3 months, but when it's true love, you just know, Capital No, it. I'm going to propose over candlelit dinner at the Seagull Tavern. The end.
I don't think much so in this version, but in the Sega CD version, it was implied there are multiple jewelry shops in Meribia, thus explaining a guy here to buy a
Yes.
diamond.
I think maybe some people in Saith mentioned that.
That as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, my versions, my worlds are colliding.
Yes. Well, I mean, we do live in a multiverse.
I wish that didn't happen.
What?
The multiverse theory.
You wish you never heard that?
Yeah, I wish, because it's now like poisoned my entire interpretation. Like whenever I think about shit from the real world in this game, it just comes back and haunts me.
Yeah, and then you also have the multiverses of the PS Vita version and then the original Sega CD version.
PlayStation Portable, please.
What did I say?
Vita.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I accept your apology.
I was too busy thinking about life. Did you talk to Ramus in here? Or anybody else?
I talked to the brown-haired girl behind the counter.
Oh, yeah, what'd she say?
She asked us to be patient with her. It's her first day on the job. She's really overwhelmed. I think this is the girl from Saith.
Oh, yeah. She's the one that was
Rode the boat with us?
Yes, that's correct. I spoke with Ramus. He said, hey, Alex, I'm talking to this guy about buying the diamond. He's trying to lowball us in the price, but don't worry. If I can negotiate with Quark, I can negotiate with anybody. Why don't you go visit Master Mel while I close the deal? And don't forget about Nash on Black Rose Street.
Ramus only said that for me after I talked to Dross.
Oh.
Anyway, what'd Dross say?
Welcome to my store. Whether you're looking for glass beads or stunning diamonds, you'll find them here. Heh. Hello there, young man. Are you shopping for a present for a lady friend?
Of course you are. A handsome lad like you must have plenty of ladies. So tell me what kind of budget you're on, and I'll tell you why you need to increase it. Null tells this fucker we're here to sell the dragon diamond. Luna throws the dots. Null notices Luna has gone pale. He asks if she's okay. And it tells Null she's fine. She's just nervous about how much we'll get for this thing, this turd. And then that's when Ramus in my game chimed in to say that we're getting lowballed.
Oh, in my game, he said, Alex, it's going to be a while before I get the price that I want.
How about that?
How about that?
How about that shit?
Let's get the hell out of here and play the Meribia music again.
Yeah.
A song I love hearing 10,000 times in the background.
I did enjoy having a big dream, though.
Me too. Maybe we'll have more dreams later. Such as right now, we go right next to it, the door next door.
The armor shop?
Have a Big Dream plays in here too.
Oh, you mean the back room?
Yeah, it's empty. There's 3 blue chests, 2 open, 1 closed, and I can't open the one that's closed.
What's the point of this shit?
My next note, I wonder if this room will ever be used for anything.
I assume we're going to have to hide there at some point, but...
Maybe. Did you get into any more houses?
Top left house, there's a man in here. He says the warehouses of Meribia are filled with valuables which are bought and sold by the merchants. Before Master Mel took over the town, we were the constant target of thieves and pirates.
Okay, no, I missed this.
So, since Mel took charge, no one's been silly enough to attempt another raid of Meribia, thus confirming, of course, that Mel came to town and established law and order,
Cleaned house,
the
right?
rule of law.
I have a bonus house for you on Sega CD with some fantastic dialogue. Would you like to hear it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's a guy in this house next to a table. He says, my wife is an easygoing sort of woman. That's nice. but I think she's looking at other guys. That sucks. His wife tells Alex, whose wife's in there, about Nanza, the barrier between our land and the evil frontier, and she says, if you see Kyle, say hi.
Ooh, Kyle.
Is his wife fucking Kyle?
Yes.
That's what I thought as well.
Pretty sure that's the implication there, so we'll take it.
Okay, next, did you go to the Port or Black Rose Street?
I didn't go to the Port at all because I didn't know the Port was a place.
Alrighty, well, I went to the Port.
I don't know
Get
how I
ready to
missed
sit
that.
back and listen.
Yeah.
My guy never goes right. It's okay, I missed a house, you missed a Port. That's why we're a team, Chris. Me, you, and the fake Ned cover it all.
Yes.
I wish to be excluded from this conversation.
Music, Meribia plays here too. Why wouldn't it? This is a port-ass port. Rows and rows of giant boat houses with blue bricks and green doors, none of which I seem to be able to enter. 2 generic wooden boats are docked on the north side, one of which has a red and white striped flag mounted to its rear. The Hispaniola is here off to the east. More wooden boats are parked, or I think docked at the bottom of the screen. We cannot reboard the Hispaniola, but sailor NPCs are standing around on it and mingling. I think that's a nice touch. Did you know the port existed until right now?
I think I maybe had noticed in the strategy guide after I already got through this part.
Okay.
So,
NPCs, there are 4 of them. There's a sailor near the Hispaniola. Hail travelers. It's good to see a ship from Saith enter the harbor. I was wondering what was happening over there. Welcome to Meribia. Is this your first time in our fair city? Don't let the size fool you. It's a friendly place. So this would have been like a nice first person to run in here too.
yeah.
But we entered Meribia from the first city screen. So that's weird.
They should have started us at the docks, right?
Luna thinks this city is immense and she hopes it'll be exciting. He continues, you kids seem to be a little young to be here on your own, so be careful. Meribia is a friendly city, but we do have our share of undesirable types. Finally, there's a little kid with blue hair out here in a small boat by himself. We can't talk to him, but it's important to know there's a child in a boat by himself in the middle of the port. We have to take note, will this be here the rest of the game?
Oh,
Will little Billy be lost the rest of the game?
let's find out. Stay tuned.
There's a sailor on the south dock. What? The next ship to Saith? Ain't gonna be a while for that, kiddies. Why? Because me and my shipmates are gonna party till we puke. Woohoo!
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 Chris, when's the last time that you partied till you puked?
2017, probably.
Yeah, what was the occasion?
Watching basketball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the puke came from disgust or from the alcohol?
I'm not sure if I actually puked, but I remember feeling like that was the very last time in my life I was like completely toasted.
Yeah, you did some bed spins?
Yeah, bed spins, floor spins, all the spins.
Nice. That's cool.
Too many spins.
Fucking Wheel of Fortune guy over here.
Yeah, way too many. But although I did feel like I was going to vomit towards the end of the race on last Saturday.
Okay, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
puking through athleticism and exertion is a different style
Yes.
of puking from over drinking and partying.
I was 100% sure I was going to vomit when I got done, but it went away like right as I got done. So
That's not. There's a lot of people vomiting. If you're hanging out near your finish line, it's a fucking shit show.
A vomit
Yeah,
fest,
just
yeah.
people puking everywhere. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy also suggests we get started on building a raft if we're going to go back to Saith. Finally, the blue hair, bottom right corner, is just some guy. I'm a sailor for hire. I stay on land only long enough to sign on to the crew of another ship. I knew long ago that the ocean was my home, that this sweet solitude was my freedom.
Oh, yes. Sweet solitude is freedom.
I don't know about on a boat. I've been on a lot of boats. It's always felt weird.
No, I mean,
Like a prison, like an ocean prison.
I feel the same way, especially because you're always surrounded by country music, like bad country
Yeah.
music. You know, I like country music, but I like good country music, not bad country music. There's a difference. And so I'm usually like there's just bro country in my ears the whole time. And I'm like, I can't even read One Piece right now because like
There's too much shit happening.
Too many things happening. I hate boats. I need a good boat experience. I've never had a good boat experience.
It's possible to have one. Let's me and you get a boat. Can you drive a boat?
No,
Me neither.
no.
Fuck. Black Rose Street, our first visit.
I'm on Black Rose Street. Looks like a regular ass street to me.
Oh yeah? Well, how about this? Meribia continues in PS1, but on Sega CD Music, Vane plays.
Oh, it's got the Vane music because these are like the lower class magicians, right?
I get that vibe, right? Like not good enough to stay in Vane, but like better than the Meribian riffraff.
They're either like the less good, less talented magicians, or they're like the libertarian magicians that like they want to
We just love the land, man.
yeah. The Black Rose Street is the marketplace of ideas for magic.
We don't
just
like getting high.
Yeah, you don't have to just do fire spells or water spells. You can kind of mix them up.
Yeah, how about wind?
Oh yeah, you can do wind.
Yeah.
Does this game have wind spells?
Burn them trees, bro. Yes. Well, someone talks about the wind spirit, so I assume so.
Oh, that's right. That's true. Okay, so the first person I spoke with was...
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's a row of 5 houses in one duplex, including an exclusive armor and weapon store in the exact same city, which is strange.
Cool.
There's also a tiny house, not in line with the others on the west side of the screen, and I wonder what's there. On Sega CD, though, Black Rose Street is just more of Meribia. The same brown-silver cobblestone roads and the same white-beige houses with blue rooftops. And on PSP, it's very small, just an L-shaped road that's barely larger than a single screen. There's only 2 buildings you can go into. But we're back in the PS1 version, and Chris is going to tell me about the NPC he ran into.
Yeah, this first guy's got red hair, and he's dressed a little bit like a Catholic priest.
Blue robe. There's different levels of garb here.
Yeah, for sure. He says, I like to describe Black Rose Street as a compact version of Vane's Magic Guild without the elitist attitude. Not to mention the altitude.
Hell yeah, attitude-altitude pun.
Pretty
Great.
good. Sorry I couldn't help myself, he says. Can you use magic, childrens? If so, you should consider moving here to improve your skills. Sorry, I became chef for a second.
You said fucking children's.
Yeah. Null says Alex can't use magic, but if he practices it as hard as his swordsmanship, he'll be using it soon. So Alex practices his sword play, confirmed.
He practices swordsmanship on all the fucking monsters we're killing with the goddamn sword. Like, come on. We practice swordsmanship a million times.
Yes, of course.
Next is a blonde-haired lady, blue robe, pink headband.
Yeah, ponytail. She says there's a new fortune-telling shop on Black Rose Street. It's being run by a magician from Vane. I heard that she's very good at peering into the future and that she's very hot.
This would be severely annoying, but I was thinking about like having like a beeping horniness meter, like a Geiger counter or something like that like just starts vibrating wildly when shit like this happens, but it also like pulses every 15 seconds in the background normally.
Yeah.
And it just heats up the entire time until the fucking needle just rattles off the side. Anyway, Null dismisses the innuendo, the call for fucking, and encourages Alex to ask this fortune teller about the dragons. But this guy continues. But I don't have anything to ask the fortune teller about. Wait, I'll ask her if she sees my shoes under her bed in the near future.
Oh, okay. I mean, I get the innuendo, but it's a weird way to put it.
Have you ever heard that before? Because
No.
I Googled it, and there were multiple places that like reference it in TV shows and stuff. You know, it's like you take your shoes off and put them under the bed before you do the sex. But I don't wear shoes to my bedroom.
No, I
I
take
don't know
my
anybody who does. It's fucking crazy.
I
to wear
take my shoes off at the door.
But
except
like-
for today, my shoes were still on. I meant to take them off. I forgot.
Oh my God. Call the cops.
Yeah. Sorry.
But I've read of multiple, when I was Googling this to figure out if it was a direct reference, there's like multiple TV shows where a man comes home to find unfamiliar men's shoes under his bed, implying that the lover had to escape through the window.
How do we know if like the untamed horniness in this game, like how do we know if it's an instance of a scrotal?
That's an excellent question. And I don't think there is, because Japanese games are also plenty horny on their own.
Yeah.
And you've seen the way this play thing is animated, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's there.
This is it. Yeah, this game's anime. So I actually saw a post on the Lunar Reddit today where the person recently played it through in Japanese and did comment that there's a lot of snarky jokes in it.
Okay. It was impossible for me to find Japanese playthroughs on YouTube, by the way.
They don't exist.
Of the Sega CD version, I don't know about the PS1.
Next, I talked to the hag lady.
Hell yeah.
We speak with a witch lady who looks strikingly like the old sea hag from the old sea hag's house in the old sea hag's forest.
She's got a walking stick.
Yeah. She says, "Oh my, are you lost, cat? You'll find a nice home at the bottom of my stomach. Heh heh heh."
I picture her voice like Madame Mim in Sword in the Stone.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it. Null says, "Hey, I've heard that voice before somewhere." "Oh, I remember now. It's the old hag from Caldor Isle who gave us the water cane." The hag lady says, "Oh, do you know my sister? Is she still living out in the middle of nowhere all by herself? I wish she'd come back to Black Rose Street to live with me again, but she said she loved the peace and quiet of the woods. Bah! She's just too stubborn to admit that she misses me. I'm not as fond of the taste of wild game as my sister, so you don't have to worry about me trying to capture you and eat you. Heh heh heh."
Null doesn't trust that.
No. So I think you have to do this conversation to proceed with the Ice Maze quest.
The one that I've already failed.
Yes.
Red hair, blue shirt, standing and facing the weapons store.
Mm-hmm.
I specialize in using magic to predict upcoming weather conditions. Farmers and fishermen are especially interested in my forecasts for obvious reasons. It's far beyond my ability to actually change the weather, of course. Such power is probably only within the grasp of magicians like Lamia and Galleon. Even if magic were used to control the weather, its effects would only be temporary. No spell is strong enough to control the elemental forces of nature for any significant period of time. Chris, is this person a future or world's only meteorologist, or are they about to post on InfoWars?
I think that they don't know any magic whatsoever, but they are good at meteorology and they think they're good at magic.
Okay, so there's an unintended correlation there that's happening.
Yes.
Interesting. We'll see how this guy proceeds throughout the rest of this video game.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got more to say later.
There's a wizard in an alley next to an item shop.
Yeah?
You need a form for the guild. Null asks if he means magic guild, and he replies, yes, talk to the head priest of the shrine. Null asks, which shrine is that? My ultra-serious dude responds, the one for she who made our world.
The one for she who made our world.
The one for she who made our world.
Wow.
I do like that there's a weird zealot tucked off in an alley who just no smiles whatsoever, just really into God.
Yeah. We need more of those in this game, I think. Speak with the lady in the purple?
Sure.
Brown hair? She says, you want to go on an adventure like Dragon Master Dine and you don't have any magic skills? Don't make me laugh. Dine was using incredible magic when he was half your age. Null's miffed here. He says, Alex can't use magic, but he can use a sword and play the ocarina. He's practiced hard to master them, and I know he can master magic too. Lady laughs. What?
On Sega CD, this person called you a squirt.
Oh, great, Squirt. She then says, don't you make me laugh if you think you can become a dragon master with a sword and a flute. You need skill and talent, and you don't have either one of them.
Do we have a flute in this version of the game? Or is she mocking the ocarina?
Yeah, she's mocking. Yeah, because Null just mentioned ocarina.
Okay, because it was a harp in the previous version.
Yeah. There's a dark-haired lady in light-colored robes at the end of the street.
I've got one more in the middle of the street, but sure.
Maybe she wondered. She says, you, boy, I can tell you're quite the skilled magician. You might not have deduced it from my appearance, but I've been using magic since I was a child.
Hell yeah.
Alas, the only spell I can cast is the one to stop sneezing, but I also have a powerful sense for the magical ability of others. Null says, but Alex can't use magic.
This is the third stranger he's told that.
Yes. Gotta stop saying that. She says, really, boy, you can't cast spells? That's because you have to learn to awaken the magic within you. You know, like getting good at free throws, right?
Well, when they say awaken magic, I picture that as being the thing where you have to have an almost crisis to bring it out.
Oh, like Frieza has to kill your best friend and you turn Super Saiyan.
That's right. The freezer has to kill your best friend.
Yes,
absolutely.
Okay. When you get the chance, you should travel to Vane and study at the Magic Guild. The teachers there will surely be able to draw forth your talent. Then I got this hooded man. Did you get
the
him?
Wizard?
Yeah.
You have the dragon ring. Cork would only give that to the person who passed his trial, and that seems to be you. The ring is proof that you have the qualities of a dragon master. I heard Dine Ward as well. So this is the dragon ring, not a dragon ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dine returned it before he became a dead dude?
That's right.
Okay.
Suspicious. Null thinks the dragon diamond was actually more impressive, and this guy says, what will you do after you become a dragon master? The world is at peace. This on Sega CD, it's mostly the same, but this guy adds that many people who have the dragon ring still fail the quest.
Oh, long way to go.
A bit back on Black Rose Street, there's a silver blue short hair lady, dark blue top, pink green pants. She says Black Rose Street is a place where the people of the ground can interact with magicians of the sky. It's a doorway through which the common man can glimpse the power of Vane. If you ever have a question related to magic, come here and you will find the answer. Some of the magicians here on Black Rose Street are a little eccentric, but others are very kind and very amusing. There's something interesting in the Sega CD version. There's a unique wizard. It's a bald guy with a blue robe. He thinks Null is a strange pet, which everybody does, but he also asks if our strange pet collects quarters.
Collects quarters like a crow?
Do crows collect? I know they collect shiny objects.
Are quarters shiny? They can be.
They can be shined, yeah.
I
didn't know if it was like a ride you put the quarter into to make it...
Oh, yeah. This one's failing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not working for me.
Also, Kage from Virtua Fighters here.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's not actually Kage, but in the Sega CD version, it looks just like Kage.
Okay.
Tells us, silk capes by Chanel are hot in magic circles this year, you know.
Chanel?
Yeah, it's a popular fat... Are you going to hit the button?
Okay, I was making sure that... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to hit the button.
Check this out.
12.
Finally, on Sega CD, there's one more lady with a brown head wrap that gives us a hint about the upcoming dungeon. She says, if you can't perform magic, why'd you start an adventure, you fool? Without magic, you'll end up dead in the Meribian sewers, you fool. Ho, 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 ho.
Ho, 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 ho. I thought that you were going to say you fuck.
You fuck?
You fuck.
Yeah, which would have been funny.
Edit that in. So all those things about people telling, what do you mean you can't use magic, are just kind of aimless in the PS1 version, but in Sega CD, they're like, no, you fucker, you actually need magic to do this next part.
Yeah.
Finally, there's an extra NPC in Silver Star, Harmony. He tells us Phaecia handles applications for the Magic Guild. He also wonders why the High Priestess of Althena's Shrine is also handling Magic Guild applications.
Interesting.
Very strange.
Houses?
Buildings.
Domiciles.
Oh, okay. First house off from the right, the pink house, green roof.
Yeah, furthest east.
There is a pointy-eared person in here, I think. I can't tell. Maybe that's a headband. Not sure. But anyway, she says the people of Black Rose Street have the audacity to call it a slice of vein on earth.
Like heaven on earth.
But this place is nothing like Vane. It's just a small street in a sprawling metropolis. The real Vane is the home of our world's magic knowledge, not to mention both Galleon and Lemia. If you don't believe what I say about Vane, go there yourself and you'll see the truth. Of course, only skilled or promising magicians are allowed into the city, so you'll probably be denied entry. So there's a mention of that.
Are we not on Earth, Victor? Does the 2024 multiverse shit still work when you think about this literally not being our world because this is not Earth?
What?
She said slice of a slice of vein on Earth.
Oh, on Earth.
Capital E Earth.
Oh, it was capital E Earth. That's fucked. I didn't notice that. If it was lowercase Earth, maybe, but...
I'm just saying Victor may not have that multiverse theory fully fucking thought out back there.
No, absolutely.
You don't get a whole lot. Most of it comes from Nash, but there's not as much people in Vane are holier than you are, you fucking peasants.
Yeah.
As I expected in a game like this. Like, there's a little bit of that, and most of it comes through Nash.
Yeah. There's also a wizard guy in here. He says, may Althena have mercy. That's the strangest pet I've ever seen. What kind of creature is it? I'm not a pet, old man, says Null. And I don't like the way you say creature. Guy responds, he says, may Althena strike me dead. The critter understands the language of humans.
Folks, whenever Chris screams, that's to emphasize the capital letters.
Yes, thank you. You children would be doing me a huge favor if you were to sell me your amazing pet. Null says, time to check the batteries in the hearing aid, old man. I am not anyone's pet.
This is an instance where the capitalization really works for me. It sells the old man's surprise and shock and also not being able to hear shit.
Yeah.
This guy is like this throughout the entire game.
Oh, good.
He just screams at you every time you come in here.
Scream shit. Okay. Next, I went into the item shop.
Brown roof, blue tiles.
Yes, from daily necessities to invaluable items, you'll find an astonishing array of articles available here. Unfortunately, this man only has 3 articles to sell.
But one of them is exclusive.
Oh, Starlight.
Yeah, he sells Starlight here, which is your only magic restoring item.
Good thing I have infinite money.
Good thing I don't.
This house also has another door, which takes us to another item shop of some sort.
On PSP, this is just a vendor stall. It's not like a double house thing.
Oh, okay. You go inside and there's this pompous-looking man who says, my insignificant store is blessed 1,000 times by your wondrous presence. I have a selection of many fantastic and wonderful magical items for sale. My first item is the magic toothbrush.
It scrubs your teeth while you sleep and leaves them bright, not just white. I can tell you want one, you need one.
Need one.
Need one.
Null wants it. Sounds kind of fun. Luna wonders if Null's too lazy to clean his own teeth, but no brush for you.
Have you ever tried to brush a cat's fucking teeth?
I've never tried to brush a cat's fucking teeth.
It's worse than clipping their claws. It is damn near impossible.
Oh. Never. I don't brush my dog's teeth either.
It's like a once-a-year thing.
But we have to... The type of dog we have, she has to get groomed, so we have them do it.
I was going to say, Nick just had all of his fucking dog's teeth pulled.
Okay. You can give them the dental chews as well to kind of get some shit out of there. Anyway, Null says that I wish you'd say no. It'll be your fault when I contract gingivitis, Luna.
I've had gingivitis.
Oh, I'm sorry. The guy goes on to say, of course, you children have such wonderful dental hygiene. There is no need for my toothbrush with a capital T. The next item for sale is the legendary magic plate.
Oh, hell yeah.
What do you think a magic plate does, Eric?
Well, any meal you can think of, no matter how luxurious, will instantly appear for your delectable dining pleasure. This wonderful item has never been so affordable. You cannot afford to not buy it. Null wants it, Luna doesn't. She wonders how we're ever going to clean the plate of food if food keeps appearing on the goddamn plate. Null counters, you don't have to wash it, Luna. You just keep eating all the food.
That's a solid gag because the lead up to this has been Luna loves to wash the dishes or make sure the dishes are washed.
Of course.
By the way, I'm looking at screenshots from my stream, and the whole time during this section, I'm just standing there with my hands on my head being
it's
like,
a lot.
what the fuck is this?
It's a lot. It's like, why they just make this guy go off?
Yeah.
He continues the pitch.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say he continues to piss, which is also true.
I piss all the time.
How unfortunate. I would think that active children would need to consume vast quantities of food.
Chris, is that true? You have 2 active children.
Sometimes they eat when they're hungry. They don't really just, you never know when the
They
appetite
don't
is.
acknowledge meal times.
I mean, we try. We try. Surely you children will require the next spectacular item. I call it the magic duster. Simply wave it at any item and watch the dirt particles fly away. Luna loves this shit. She wants to buy one, Alex.
My note is Luna gender-coded to clean things.
Yes. Null's like, Luna, we're on an adventure. What are you going to clean? Then you speak again. He says, all my magical items are out of stock at this time. Please come again soon, children.
Thank you, fuck off.
Yes. Do we ever have to go back and talk to this guy again? Does he have more things next time?
I think I may have skipped the item shops and forgot about this. So that's your duty to find out now, Chris.
Okay, I'm not that far in the game yet, so I'll do that.
Next room, green roof duplex, pink bricks out front. It's somebody's house. It's a residential area. Inside, there's a wizard. Boo-hoo-hoo. This is absolutely horrible. This is the tragedy of all tragedies. I can't find my magic wig. I refuse to set foot outside this house until I once again have a natural-looking head of fake hair.
Now, there was a guy, I think...
Pretty funny gag.
Yeah, there was a guy in Sate that was talking about how he wanted to come to Meribia to get a toupee.
Yeah, so, you know, there's a street in our city that's a bunch of fucking wig shops for some reason? Or at least there was.
Yeah.
That's what they need here. That's what they have in Meribia, is like the local
those
wig
are
shop.
like, I mean... That's there because of their like fashion wigs.
Yeah, it's kind of a kitschy thing. That used to, I mean, there's one or two like real toupee. Never mind, it's not important.
Yes.
There's no such thing as aging gracefully, children, and I refuse to let this cruel world see me as I am. I will tear this house apart until I find that magic wig. But the guy who wrote this was 23 years old. Chris, this NPC will talk about his wig for the rest of this video game.
Good.
In the PSP version, he's stuck in the weapon shop. Same house, guy in blue, red hair by the fireplace.
Yeah, most of the people who live on Black Rose Street learn to use magic in vain. Almost everyone you will meet here has a degree from the Magic Guild, myself included. We were chosen to come here because of our particular skills are suited to the world of ground dwellers.
When I saw someone making fun of our local seminary, they were talking about the graduation or the acceptance rate and graduation rate being like 95% for both of them or some shit like that. So if everyone here has a degree from Vane, does that imply the Magic Guild ain't all that hot and anyone can go in and get the
They
degree?
just churn out fuckers.
Yeah, that's the implication, is they just churn out fuckers.
It's a grift.
Yeah.
They're just taking their money.
Right. Allegedly.
Do they have tuition? We don't know.
That's a great question.
Well, how can magic be better suited for ground dwellers? Is it like you've got things
You can heat up plates.
Oh, so
in a microwave.
Like the servant class.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Several of the stores on Black Rose Street have rare items for sale, but do not believe those 2-for-1 sales on magic canes. You would be lucky if one cane was magic. All the cons around here make it hard for honest men like myself to do business.
So Mel hasn't snuffed out all the con artists quite yet.
No, I think he's just mostly looking for like undesirables on the street.
Okay, yeah, clean up the streets. Make it look clean for the visitors.
Yes.
Who cares what goes on behind clothes? Who cares about white-collar crime, Chris?
Yes, who cares? As long as I'm getting paid.
Weapon store?
My most popular item these days is the fire cane. Use it as a tool or use it to fireball magic.
I bought one because I assume I'll be getting Nash later.
Mm-hmm.
Armor store. It only sells armor for magicians.
Yeah.
Did you get anything for Luna?
Got some thick cloth wear.
A robe.
Yeah.
Did you get a steel armlet?
No, I already had one, I
It's a
think.
wrist reflector. I sell her kinky leather clothes.
Hmm.
Finally, we come to the Far East house, the fortune teller.
You mean the West?
Damn, you're right. That is how directions work.
Yes.
Finally, we come to the Far West house, the fortune teller. We enter at the end of a Nash conversation. A woman in a green cloak with red lining sits behind a crystal ball.
Yeah, we got some real occult vibes going on in this room.
It's a bad vibe.
Yeah.
2 candles burn at each of her sides. Nash ends in mid-sentence. And that's what happened. I still haven't determined if singing is the key. Nash moves closer to the woman, but I have a strong suspicion that it is.
Oh, okay. So that's our first indication that Luna's magical songs are some sort of item that the baddies want to get,
Yes,
right?
Nash
It's
is
power.
out trying to narc on singers.
Okay. So that makes... everything makes more sense. He wasn't just stuck under a basket.
Yeah. The woman speaks and she has a portrait. It's a lady with a green hood and rust-colored cloak. She has a blue paint under her left eye.
Yeah.
Her left red eye.
Her left red eye. The tattoo or the thing under her eye is shaped like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
She
The
says...
most fearsome of elements.
Yes? She says, Nash, your friends have come.
She's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Nash is surprised to see us and asked if we thought to knock before entering, but this is a JRPG. We don't knock.
No, we have free right to any door that's not locked.
I think there was one NPC in like one Dragon Quest game. I don't remember which Dragon Quest game that got mad at you for walking into their house.
That happens in an occasional game at this
Yeah,
point.
I think that's always a funny gag as long as it's not deployed too often.
Yeah. Like they throw a pot at you instead.
Yep.
Take all your shit.
We step forward and we get a anime introduction.
A black crystal ball sits between two burning candles. Royce's hand, that's her name, Royce's hand reaches out and palms the ball. The camera slowly pans up to an ethereal synth tone. Royce's face is obscured by her blonde hair and her green hood, but she still has her one eye open for Alex. She says,
We seem to have guests, but I welcome those pursuing knowledge, as always. For you see, I am a student of knowledge, past, present, and future. I can foretell many things in the future. So, let's see your future. That's why you came to me today, isn't it?
If there aren't already enough reasons not to trust Royce, you should never trust somebody who describes themselves as a student of knowledge.
yeah, that's really bad. That is doing my own research. That's like when someone's bio just says storyteller.
I've read a lot of books. I've read some amount of books.
Hey, let's hear Royce's dialogue from Silver Star Harmony.
Yep.
Welcome, young ones. I see that you've come to have your fortunes told. Lost items, difficult business decisions, troubles with your love life. These are but a few of the many services I can offer. So, don't be bashful. Let's see what your futures entail.
Royce in the official strategy guide has an alliterative title. It's not just our main party that has alliterative titles.
What's Royce got?
What do you think it is, Eric? Got a guess?
Rapturous, Rohypnol, I don't know.
Okay, it is. I think this might be the worst one in terms of like, it's just not good, not funny, not
Yeah,
gross.
lay it on me.
Divining diva.
Divining.
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 Is it divining or divining?
It's divining.
God damn, that's a stupid word.
When you are summoning something, like summoning a
Yeah.
divine creature, it's divining.
I thought when you were like divining the secrets out of the mirror or something like that.
Divining.
Divining the secrets of the mirror?
You know, you look into a mirror, you start scrying the mirror, or the mirror, where you fucking make ghosts come out of it from fucking parallel dimensions and shit.
I thought that was divining.
You ever stand in front of a mirror and try to see if you can see yourself blink?
Divining.
No, but you can do that on like a camera maybe because there's a delay.
There is a delay, but in
Yeah.
the mirror, if there is a delay, it's fucked up. Think about that.
You can't do it unless you're.
I can't do it.
But what if it's fucked up? What if you got a fucked up mirror?
Does that mean you're a vampire?
Try it.
Fake net, is it divining or divining?
Initializing fake net.
I already said it's divining.
A British person's not going to know that. Fake Ned, how do you say that?
Initializing fake net.
I already said divining as well. Let's get the Gazel Ministry back in here and see what they say.
Divining.
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 Divining. Divining.
Divining.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Chris, what's the manual say about Royce?
Royce, the divining diva, is a constantly busy prognosticator of the future who operates a small shop on Black Rose Street and consults with Lemia Asa, the leader of Vane and the Magic Guild. While she doesn't mind peering into the lives of others, she keeps her own life to herself. Strangely enough, she and Nash seem to have a special bond.
Continue with your guide shit, Chris.
I'm glad you asked about what the guide also has to say about this section of the game, specifically about Royce. It tells us to enter the building and find a woman, a mysterious fortune teller with a pleasantly kiss-like tattoo. Kiss like the...
Kiss like the knights in Satan's service?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Of a lightning bolt below her right eye. Nash won't tell you what they were talking about, which makes the Chicky girl even more intriguing.
Chicky girl.
Chicky girl.
Chicky girl.
As if saying chicks wasn't bad enough. They say Chicky girl.
Maybe that's a reference to Chi-Chi's, the Mexican restaurant we all frequented in the 90s.
Yeah. Do you think that Victor Island wrote this strategy guide too?
I wrote or edited every single game we did.
Well, when we tried to look that up, we couldn't find the masthead because the archive.org was taken down from hackers.
I have the PDF right here and it's not, there's no
Awesome.
author
So it's a
listed.
fake book.
Yeah. Perhaps Nash was making the moves on her, but we've already deduced from the bromide that he was holding that Mia is the focus of his desires. Or perhaps Nash is, as the kids like to say, a player.
I thought you were going to say in celibate.
That would be really funny. Also, there's a couple of screenshots here where Nash says, I still haven't determined if singing is the key. And then the quotes are like continue with a joke or whatever. It says, but it seems to work more effectively than talking dirty.
Okay.
And then this one is very troubling. This is extremely
Can you
troubling.
scrotal the strategy guide?
Can you scroll the strategy guide? Fake net?
Initializing fake net.
Yes, absolutely. Unless you, right now, decide to just say no.
Let's just say no.
Okay.
So there's a part when Royce says so many of the questions you have about yourself are the ones that I could answer. She'll say this in a few moments. The Strategy Guide captions this and says, Royce regrets her claim when Luna asks why she's growing hair in strange places in her body. So we are acknowledging, not we, the guide is acknowledging Luna as a prepubescent young woman.
Recent adolescent.
And also sexualizing every...
It's troubling, Chris.
Such person.
It's
in
a
this
little
game.
bit, but also context, place, and time. This was before the PC cops were ever, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't fine, but it was.
It was more accepted, yes.
More accepted. That's a better word.
I never read this guide when it was of its time.
Do you think it would have enhanced your enjoyment of the game?
I don't know if it would have enhanced my enjoyment of the game, but I would like to know if I thought this was funny.
Because most guides at the time were pretty dry.
Yeah. Yeah, so I can see what they're going for, but like
you didn't have your weird, like all the game facts that were written around 9/11 and contained messages to the brave soldiers fighting the terrorists. Like you didn't have that stuff in official guides, but game facts dominated that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we're in a new age of that shit, though, by the way.
What do you mean? Having
just
game facts with 9/11 references?
Just like, no, we're in a similar kind of age where we're going to look back on this in 10 years if we're all still alive and just think about the kinds of messages that were in media and look at them in the same way.
I mean, that's always true for every era and every decade of media. And
I think it's going to be particularly worse.
Because it's all documented? It's all searchable on YouTube until search breaks?
No, I just think the things that we're going to be saying and doing are going to be very fucked.
Like we as a species, or you and me on this podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I think that just anyway. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't think I fully developed this thought.
Father is worried about the future.
Yes, that'll make
tale as old as time.
Yeah, great.
How about this future of the past? Royce is voiced by Jennifer Stigel. Who's she, Chris?
She's Luna.
That's Luna's singing voice.
Oh no, it's Luna's singing voice.
Yeah.
Oh, my next guess was going to be she is related to Sturgill Simpson, Jennifer Sturgill.
Willie Stargell, the baseball player for the Braves.
Okay.
Willie Stargell played for the Pirates for 20 seasons.
Okay, Luna's singing voice is Royce's voice. Got it.
Royce wasn't voiced by anyone in the Silver Star because she was not in that game.
Mm-hmm.
You may remember Jennifer from her role as Ruby in Eternal Blue, Umi Ryazaki in Magic Knight Rayearth, Dynamis in Silhouette Mirage, and Annette Burns in Growlancer 3. In Silver Star Harmony, Royce is voiced by, we've talked about already, Kate Higgins. We know Kate from her role as Miles, Tails Prower in those Sonic games since 2007. Pauline in Mario Odyssey and the female protagonist in the recently announced for re-release Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Cross.
I think it's X.
I don't care what it is.
That's okay. Back in the fortune teller shop, music, Meribia resumes and Luna speaks first. She says, "We didn't come to learn anything in particular. We were trying to find Nash," but Royce remains cryptic and weird. She says, "Oh, really? From what I glimpsed of your future, child, you need my services quite desperately. So many of the questions you have about yourself are ones I could answer." In response, Luna deploys the dots of despair.
Sad dots.
Royce then reads Alex. "And you, Alex, you seek to become the greatest hero our world has ever known. But you are too humble to be a dragon master. You're unwilling to choose power and glory over friends and family. This will be your undoing."
Didn't we have an NPC back in Berg that talked about this like grand sacrificial choice that we're going to have to make at some point?
They're hinting that.
Yeah.
Not as much as they're hinting that Alex needs to learn magic, but they're hinting that.
Yeah.
Chris, you should never trust a fortune teller, especially one with an agenda, and an ignorant spy posing as a friend.
Absolutely true.
Now Null wants to know his fortune, and Royce gives it to him. "Licking your paws and coughing up hairballs, cat. It is an insult to think I would waste my energy looking into the future of a rodent." Maybe this explains why Null's so acerbic and sarcastic as everybody just shits all over him and calls him a cat.
He does once again declare that he is not a cat, though.
That's correct.
Yes.
There should also be a tip-off that Royce could be full of shit, or at least partially full of shit, as Nash isn't quite a cat or a rodent.
He's an egg-sucking dog.
When you got control back, did you talk to Nash again?
I spoke with Nash. He asked if we finished our tour of the city. He says, "Having lived in the desolation of Caldor Isle, you two must be completely overwhelmed. I'm sure you'll adjust in time, and if you don't, I'll be that much more amused." Null says, "Nash, what are you asking the fortune teller about? Hoping she might know a spell to cure bad hair days?" Nash calls Null a little rude rodent, telling Null that it's none of his business anyway. Null teases Nash, suspecting that Nash asked her to see if there's a woman in his future.
Uh-oh.
Heh, Nash wants a girlfriend. Good luck, Tiger. Speak again, and he tells us that he and Royce have several topics to discuss, and none of them are meant to be heard by anyone other than ourselves. He suggested we go see Master Mel to keep ourselves entertained. It would be rather prudent for a potential Dragon Master to say what's up to him.
So when Nash said, having lived in the desolation of Caldor Isle, in PSP that was changed to having lived in the countryside of Hanmel Isle. So desolation was changed to countryside, and Caldor is now Hanmel.
Countryside works a lot better because, it is Nash, though, speaking
Yeah,
of.
like desolation has like some sass to it a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe that's one of those things that Victor Island was talking about where he just didn't feel like the character, the voice was the same.
It's consistent.
Yeah. Which I think it works either way, but like that tone does change there just a little bit. Speak with Royce again?
Yeah.
Welcome, children. I am Royce. Is there a loved one you seek? A business matter for which you need advice? A question about an affair of the heart?
So she just reset and she's treating us like customers?
Yeah.
Okay.
She forgot who we were. Whatever your problem, I have the solution. Nall says, Alex, I don't know why, but I feel weird and nervous. Royce, speaking with her a second time, says, I can reach into your future and reveal whatever you wish to learn of it. Of course, not everyone is prepared to embrace the Hand of Destiny.
The invisible hand of destiny.
Yeah, so did we talk about this already? But is Lunar already playing around with the idea of being prepared to do what is necessary? Like,
I'd hinting at that.
Is that the...
Make some sacrifices, Alex.
What's it called? The prize of manhood? Is doing what is necessary?
Doing what must be done?
Isn't that something from the Big Lebowski?
It's something from everything, because I think Lunar is just drawing from every single pop culture artifact that's been rattling around in Victor Ireland's brain for the last 30 years.
Well, I wasn't saying that was a specific reference, because I think that's like thematically part of this game originally. I would suspect.
And its inception as an early 90s RPG, sure.
Yes. The reason I'm saying all this is because of not only this conversation, but we've had a few NPC conversations where they spoke about being prepared to sacrifice the ones that you love or whatever. Those things.
I think that was also a tagline for Heavy Rain.
Jason, how far will you go to save your...
To save the ones you love, to save the one you love, maybe?
I will cut off my finger, and I will cosplay as a detective in a trench coat.
I want to give you some more children with my dead eyes. Chris, you want to go to Sega CD for a minute?
Oh, yeah.
Royce doesn't exist here.
Yeah?
But I head inside a magic shop, and it looks kind of like the Sea Hag's place. One log counter with an open book, a lamp, and some other decorations. Bundles of wood, potions, and pots of stew take up the space on the floor. The vendor has blonde hair and teal garments. I'm not sure of their gender, but they speak. A mysterious power that surpasses all human wisdom. That is magic. These tools were made by the guild to control magic. What can I do for you then? And this vendor has starlights. That's their thing.
Oh.
But I go to the end of Black Rose Street and I find another magic vendor. It's the same as the last one, except Nash is in here. Nash greets us and wonders if we need help with anything. He tells us, this shop can draw out your magic power if you have it within you. Talk to the vendor and they say, don't go too crazy with the fire magic, Alex. Some nuts really get carried away.
Some nuts?
Some nuts.
Some nuts.
Like some nut jobs.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The screen flashes and Alex gets a magic spell. The vendor tells Ramus, sorry, I couldn't find any magic power within you. The vendor moves to issue a crazy statement. Alex, welcome to the Mutual of Meribia's Magic Kingdom. You're a magician now. I hit up Nash and he confirms it. Only Alex was gifted with magic ability. Oh well, that should be enough to help you get your diamond back.
So are we skipping magic in the PS1 version?
I think so. I think maybe there's magic solutions for everyone else, but the playthrough I'm watching of Sega CD, whoever's playing just lights monsters up with Alex's magic the entire rest of the game.
Really? Interesting. I wonder if the implication is just that like Alex's sword attacks are using magical powers, right?
A little bit, but also the game is organized differently because Nash, we're about to go to the sewers. Nash doesn't come with us to the sewers in Sega CD.
He doesn't come with us to the sewers in
Oh, well, in this version, no, he doesn't. Oh, my note is I thought for sure Nash is going to come to the sewers. Either way, the game is balanced differently and battles are much quicker.
Yeah. I'll say, so is that all for this area?
I believe so.
That must be all for this podcast, Eric.
That is, we have completed all of the non-essentials for everywhere but Mel's mansion, Mel's residence, Mel's castle, whatever you want to call it.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Mel? What the Mel?
The Star Ocean delivery of what the hell is the funniest of all time.
Initializing real net.
What the hell?
No.
Eric Vanon's talking about Vagrant Story and says, I just remember getting my Damascus Destroyer and phantom painting everything that moved. Now, if this game has lots of cool moves called Damascus Destroyer and Phantom Painting, I think we're going to love the game.
I believe either the alternate title for the game or the first chapter or something is called the Phantom Pain.
Oh, good. Metal Gear?
What the hell are you doing, Snake? You've got to stop Metal Gear!
Mel says, I hate Snow Crash. LOL.
I have tried to read more Neil Stephenson after that, and it's never really taken.
What was the other book that he wrote after that?
Necronomicon. Oh, not about after that, but I tried to read the Necronomicon.
Yeah,
and
I tried to read that too.
It's like weird historical fiction. But I understand not liking Snow. It's not my favorite book, but it is just like it imagined a vision of the future that I don't want to say came true, but was maybe it like unintentionally influenced shit like Minority Report with UI.
Yeah. Yeah. Airfernand says Galleon fucks. Neat says Galleon fucks so much, a buttload of sex. We haven't met Galleon yet, so we can't comment.
We'll get to it.
Mel also says, I need to find the actually existing Marxist video game. You could become a Marxist in Disco Elysium.
This is Disco Elysium, sure.
Yeah. It's a fantasy world, but it is like Marxist adjacent. Cal-El says, I'm pretty sure my brother has worn a winter hat to bed. See? Totally normal thing to do.
Yeah, super normal, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine. Do it again.
Mel wonders what literacy rate of this world is.
That's a really good question.
Can you use magic to teach somebody how to read? Can it be like, read?
I think that's more of like a Matrix thing.
Okay. Cal-El says we need to vote for Skies of Arcadia so we can summon a remaster. Yeah, the Vegas Story remaster coming soon. Probably. Not. Maybe. That would be cool.
Spoilers, Kawazu hinted that was next in line for a PSP remake after War of the Lions came out, and then nothing happened.
Cal-El is committing to the Retrograde Amnesia cruise in 2025 right now.
Yeah, we're going to have 311 playing there.
At 311, we're just going to record podcasts all day.
With 311.
Yes. There'll be one band member on every episode, rotating.
Yeah, I say Martinez is going to do that voice the entire time in the background.
Neat says, my last job surprised us with a golfing trip. They were surprised when some of us didn't have golf clubs, but all the partners did.
That's fucked up. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, yeah. If you take me golfing, like, it's fucking Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. If you take me golfing, I'm going to play Game Boy in the cart.
There you go. Yeah, I'll drive this thing and drink in O'Doul's. Thanks.
Neat says that talking about the strategy guide and really all the horniness in this game, it comes off as boomer horny.
That's Victor Ireland.
Yes, which was the next point that he made.
Of its time.
Mel says in Space Runway Adion, which I need to watch, the alien race called their home planet Earth because Tomino was like, well, of fucking course other civilizations would call their home planet Earth in their own language like we do. I get it.
I just Googled when Victor Ireland was born.
Yeah?
You want to throw a guess out?
1959.
66.
66, okay.
But that's Google, so who knows if it's true. That means he's 58?
Yeah. So he's probably not technically a boomer.
No, I think that boomers, like Gen X is what, 60? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a thing. I mean, it's pretty good Gen X humor too, actually. Like late Gen X humor.
So that means he was 35 when he was localized, 34 when he's localizing Silver Star Story Complete.
Just now realized that Mel changed her name to Hell Mel, so
yeah.
And I'm not reading Hell Mel, and I feel bad now. Retroactive. Hell Mel. Hell. WP says 311 went to my high school.
All of them?
I guess so. Well, RealNet, thanks for those fun facts tonight. We'll see you on the next episode of Retrograde Amnesia. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia recorded on November 13th, 2024. Thank you, Yasunori Mitsuda, for the podcast music this episode.
If you haven't put it together yet, Mark is doing a cover of Tim's Man of the Sea for our podcast intro music if this is your first season.
Yes. Steph, thank you for the podcast artwork.
Thank you to Super Caro Gaming for the Silver Star Harmony footage and to Nintendo Complete for the Sega CD footage.
You can email us at podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com. Go on Twitter, YouTube, and Patreon at patreon.com/retroam and find us at those various places. Get early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, and more. Patreon.com/retroam. Eric, until next time. Eric, until next time.
Eric, until next time.
Have a big dream.
And now you may have a big dream.
So our next mini season will be on Vagrant Story, which I've played about 4 hours of 20 years ago, and you played how much?
Oh, I would say like maybe 10 to 12 hours, and then I watched some of our friends play a bit here and there. I think our friend Nick played the shit out of that game.
His notes are inside the case he gave me I still have his notes.
His notes on like what?
Handwritten on how to fucking do shit, how to solve puzzles.
Is that going to be a segment? Nick's notes?
Nick's notes, reference Nick's notes?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get a sound drop from him in there. It'd be great.
All right. You could probably make a funny sound drop with Nick.
We could probably just call him and ask him fucking questions and make him remember.
When's the last time you played it?
Me or Nick?
Him.
Before I did. 2003, 2002.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll see. The one time I say Mark, you say yeah. Son of a bitch. Yeah.
At the end of this episode, thank Mitsuda and not Mark, as I'm going to play Tim's Man of the Sea as the intro.
You're going to throw him off? I have a question about the last one real quick.
Yeah.
You said that Meribia attracts people for commerce?
Yeah.
Did you just shift F7 that shit?
No.
No?
I could have copied it down wrong. It is not italicized, meaning I may have paraphrased.
Okay. Yeah, it's traders. I was just wondering if you okay.
Yeah.
I got confused. I didn't realize you were paraphrasing. Sorry.
I didn't either.
Okay, cut that. Anyway, go ahead. Well, behind the scenes, folks. Mel dotes on his daughter and loves him too. What? Let me find my blue roof triplexes because I think I had them in the wrong order. Let's see here. My new system of getting dialogue is actually pretty good.
My new system, which I invented today, much further in the game, is to start investigating towns counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise?
Yeah. But that's like 7 towns from now.
Do you do houses first? I mean, do you do...
I do NPCs and then houses.
Okay, so you make 2 laps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I'll cut this, but
houseboats don't count.
No, it's like a house.
Yeah.
I'll cut this, but I took a boat from Fort Myers to Key West in 2018, which was like a big, like, almost not a cruise ship, but a huge fucking boat.
Yeah.
And you had the option of going on the roof of the boat, which is the boat was going like 100 miles an hour or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And to be out there in that breeze and see like 8 people just staring at the fucking sun with the breeze blowing at them. And like, it's hard to walk. You're like walking in a Michael Jackson video up there. That's a boat experience. That's what you got to do.
That's a pretty good boat experience.
Yeah. Because you can either stay up there or sit in the fucking cabin and watch Forrest Gump.
Is a kayak a boat?
Yeah, kayak's a boat.
Okay, I have had a good boat experience then. I did.
You liked kayaking?
Not really, but it was fine.
It was fine. Yeah, it's a lot of fucking
It
work.
was many years ago. My wife and I got a tandem kayak and we had to yell at each other for an hour.
You did tandem. Never do a tandem. I did tandem with Nick. How do you think that went? They were like, you didn't get an appointment? Well, we got a tandem left. And Tiffany was like, you'd make a fucking... Because Tiffany had her own boat.
Yeah.
And me and Nick tandemed in a fucking kayak.
Always bring your own boat.
Always bring someone with an attention span.
Well, I don't know if that... I don't have a great attention span, but I can hone in.
Yeah, lock in. We got to get up this river so we can get back down this river. I have it, but I'm not going to read it. You just have to fucking listen later.
That's fine. I love this podcast. If you go to YouTube and watch this video, I haven't watched it all yet, but it's called The Entire History of Japanese RPGs by Never Knows Best. It's a really comprehensive look at JRPGs. Like, it shows a lot of like PC 88 stuff and like lots of really, really old.
What's the length here, Chris?
Things. It's 3 hours long almost.
That's pretty good.
So it's
something I can watch in 10-minute chunks at work.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Anyway, when they go into Star Ocean, and they don't play any sound in the games. It's just like a low bed of music and a guy talking. But whenever they showed the Star Ocean stuff, all I could hear was, "What the hell?"
A hell?
That's all I wanted. Anyway,
Star Ocean.
Hey, RealNet.
You know, about halfway through the Final Fantasy Tactics season, when I started putting Vagrant Story music below the RealNet, I thought, well, I'm leveling all this down. I should save all these songs. So I have to do that over again if we ever cover Vagrant Story. And I thought, we'll never cover Vagrant Story. And here we are. I've done a ton of work for nothing.
But we are covering Vagrant Story.
I know, but I didn't save any of those.
Oh, you didn't save any of them?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, I could open up the project file and copy and paste them out, but I'm not going to do that. That would actually take more time than redoing it.
Okay.
I won't let you.
I won't let you.
I won't let you.
I've not found the time to use that.
It's real good. That could be a permanent fixture, like out of missiles and everything else.
I think I added it in post in one of the recent episodes.
Oh, I meant to tell you, that was a fucking funny story. For whatever episode 1 or 2 or something like that, when we were emphasizing we weren't going to do the null voice, and then you had pitched up one of the next lines. I had pitched up the line before that, but not the line that you did. And I couldn't figure out why the line after that I hadn't highlighted was also pitched up.
Yeah.
And I thought it pitched up the rest of the fucking voice track. And I was like, what did I fucking do? Because I couldn't edit and do it. So that drove me insane for like 5 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck happened there. Because we both did the same joke.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Mel's Mansion. Here it is. Found it. Okay. I'm ready. Beast Lady in the right door?
According to me.
According to me.
According to me.
There's a little girl, so hold on. Let me find the pink-haired Beast Lady. Okay, well, what do you got to say about the pink-haired Beast? Where'd you people come from? Jason?
Chris, the living soundboard.
I was born that way. Okay. So, speaking... Yeah?
They all have blue roofs. There's another triplex. The left side has got a blue roof. The left... Yeah, can you take the hat off? It's fucked up on top of the...
Yeah, is it bothering you?
Yeah, it's a little bit. The incongruity, the bouncing aroundness, the fact that you're wearing headphones with a hat.
Yeah.
I don't like any of it. If you're going to put the hat on, the headphones over the hat, I will accect that.
No, it might be a little...
You're already wearing glasses. There's too much shit on your face.
Yeah,
too
much shit on my face. I actually... Let's just say no.
Okay. Leave that in there because I'm going to make her say yes and then have you say, let's just say no.
Okay. Anime introduction.
I just made my window fucked up.
Yes, this place has new...
We seem to have guests, she says in Ash. But I welcome those pursuing knowledge, as always for UC. I'm a student of knowledge, past, present, and future. I can foretell many things in the future, so let's see your future. That's why you came to me today, isn't it?
Luna, of course, tells... But
I have a strong suspicion.
Have you noticed? Yeah. Well, one of the things I really appreciate about my kid's cross-country coach is that he likes to get a lot of good pictures and video of the kids when they're doing races and stuff. And he, apparently, this is only our second year with him, but apparently he likes to put together this highlight reel at the end of
vomit compilation
the year, and he always tries to get one vomit in there.
That's good.
And I heard him get disappointed that he missed somebody vomiting on camera.
He also sourced some fan footage.
Yes.
Well, finally...
Playtime's over!